So we missed the midweek video. I thought after last week everyone would probably have enjoy a welcome break for me, but we're back for the weekend one, and well, summer's started, so I'm back sat on one of the tractors I spend most of the time all summer sat on. So yes, as I said, we are back with the big old Massey H730S. We've got on the back, it is a hired-in 3,500 gallon twin axle tanker, but we're not spreading slurry. We're actually spreading sludge out of sediment pools of a water treatment plant, and that means it's not the water you finish with, it's the water you're going to use plant, if that makes sense. So it is essentially fish poo and anything else that's dropped out of the water before it actually goes into the plant and to be turned into the water that comes out your tap, basically. And there will be other things in there. So it's a waste product for them. I would hazard a guess that it would contain quite a lot of, like, probably in small amounts, likes of your trace elements and bits and pieces like that. So it will be good for the ground. I'm just going through the wheel wash and trying to keep the water in the wheel wash. Might just come through a bit heavy there. Got away with it. It hasn't disappeared off the track anyway. Did a fun job trying to keep this water in here. Obviously this helps us because we pull out right into the middle of a quiet little village, so obviously they don't want loads of mud straight through the middle of the village, so that's what that wheel wash is for. Keeps our tyres clean, so it keeps the locals clean, happy, clappy. But I'm just making crap up now. So yeah, as most of you know, I've spent quite a lot of time on this tractor. I do quite like this tractor. It is a bit of an animal, but very, very comfortable and very, very easy to use when you do eventually get your head around what buttons you need to press and what screens, which you can say that about any modern tractor. They're only any good if you know how to set them up. So we're actually up here spreading. I am just moving. I know it seems odd putting it on so thick, but this is actually some pretty weird stuff. Say, yes, it looks thick there, but when it dries, that sort of, that thickness maybe, will be literally about like that. It just disappears to nothing. So obviously we can spread it thick. Because it's sludge, it doesn't actually run off the field the same as like slurry would. And the fact that we are on a very flat field as well, so again also helping in the not going anywhere sort of thing. So this is part of the joys of working around busy city centres and major routes for holiday makers. It's Friday, it's afternoon, and everyone's on the road. I know I'm not right up to the traffic, but everyone keep just a quiet, gentle cruise of 13k, and that'll do. So the site shuts at 4, so I might end up being my last load. This is when they say the site shuts at 4, it doesn't mean that you can be nipping in there at 4 to get your last load. It means they want you off, out and gone by 4, otherwise they get upset. Traffic's actually not as bad as I was expecting it to be. So just crawling up the track for the last load of the day. Unfortunately a bit earlier than really wanted. Sod's law, isn't it? You've been watching the traffic all day and trying to work out how long it takes you to get back, and on your last load it seems all the traffic is gone. Although when I come back past it all, heading back to the field, it all reappeared. Just what's the saying? Sod's law. I really was hoping to get a bit more footage than this today, but joys of the nature of my work. You can't plan it and for anything. So the next tanker should be here shortly. That's actually quite a smart one. Vulture N195. So yeah, I'll call it 200 horse. Not NT, T195. So 6-cylinder, 200 horse, 5th generation. Don't know whether I'd have a Vulture myself. Mind you, to be fair, it would take me. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, but it would certainly take me a bit to convert me from something other than a massey. I do wonder what they are going to do with this series of tractor, because this is now the last of the old generation, and they're still plumbing them out. The 87S series. Obviously you've got the 8S series, which comes up to this model, but they haven't replaced the big ones yet. Interested to see what they're going to look like, because the 87 series, they're a different cab frame to the rest of them, and they also have a different armrest to the rest of them. So it's made it a real oddball of the range. I do prefer this armrest to like the armrest you get on like a 7.6, well, the equivalent would be a 7.7S, but I do really like the new joysticks that you're getting in like the 6S, 7S, 8S. Don't know. It's quite bad that it seems a lot of hardship to reach up there to the radio, because you feel it should be. Yeah, I've spent too long on our series days, and I've got used to having the controls there now. Oh dear. I'm not saying I like it here. I'm not. You're not beat me on that. Anyway. So that is me done for the day. So we were supposed to be, well, supposed to be trying to work it better than we have. That should be ready to go for next time. Yeah, can't believe that heavy traffic all day. The one, so we'd worked it out. and then the final load, all the traffic disappeared and then came back again. But anyway, you've seen it from the outside. I thought it might, from the inside, might as well see it from the outside as a finishing note. So yeah, she doesn't look at a massive tractor until you realise that is a 650 wide tyre on a 34-inch rim. Most sort of big tractors you see them are like on a 600 wide on a 30-inch rim. All of a sudden, everything takes a different perspective. I do really like this tractor, I've got to admit. Just an animal of a thing. Anyway, don't forget to give the video a grubby thumbs up. We will get back with 2 videos next week, all being well. And yeah, that's it. Don't forget to share the video about. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a grubby thumbs up. If you haven't subscribe costs you nothing, helps the channel. So that is it. Hope you're all staying safe, looking after yourselves, looking after each other, and we'll see you in midweek.